never got. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog Just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to Just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't want to talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats will tell lies that they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yo. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
What up? What's good? Salute to the family on this good Saturday, man. We back to get boxing as JusDueBoxing. Y'all already know if you catch this on the playback, smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, and come rock out with the fam. How y'all feeling, man? Another day, another boxing build, man. We got salute to my guy Ray Ford that's fighting today too, man. Fighting for the title, first time fighting for the title. I think he's gonna pull it off. I expect him to be world champion at the end of tonight, man. I'm gonna be tuned into that. We got some good action, but we're gonna build on a few things, man, on this good Saturday. Salute to the fam. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button on the way in. That's funny. Man, salute to y'all, man. Let me say what's good to the family real quick, man. Al Booger, my guy. How you feeling, family? He said, oh, all the belts. Dang, yeah, all the belts, man. They got all of them. Tonya Vandross Williams Jr., peace and blessings to the queen. How you feeling today? All things. What's good, family? My guy, Thomas Hill, my bro. What's good with the Jersey's finest in the bed? Yeah, man, we back again. You know, Showtime the guy. What's good with the family? How you feeling? Gianni Legion in the building. NAH, what's good with the intro hard? Yeah, I got you, man. That's my guy, Judah, right there on the intro, man. That's my guy, Kurt. It's official. See, you had a live class, so I stopped by, bro. Get some yard work done listening. Oh, I was listening to you, KO. I was just listening, taking the car ride. You had a full panel doing your thing, man. Much love to my guy, man. That's one of the dopest content creators in this space. Real talk. Y'all already know KO, man. Y'all know what's up. What's good with it, bro? I seen you over there doing your thing. I just came on a little bit later than 4 because I see my cousin over there. She over there cooking. I said, man, let's talk for a little bit, man. Salute to my aunt. Yeah, man. I always gotta give him his flowers. I rock with him, man. Solid dude. Real one, man. And he know his shit. You know what I mean? So you getting some yard work in. I'm just getting situated. So we're gonna chill. And salute the LWBoxing and salute the KO, because I seen your short too, man. I hit the like button and all that. Oh, you know what I mean? About this news with Jermell Charlo, Terence Crawford. Salute to my guy LWBoxing, man. He always dropping information in our laps, man. And I just be wanting to make sure I salute him and give him his just due as well. He always putting some news or some information in my lap. So we're gonna talk about it, man. I kind of seen this coming with Charlo, though. It's, if you think about it, Charlo's situation with him losing the belts is very similar to Josh Taylor at 140. Get what I'm saying? Think about it. Josh Taylor, how many fights he lost? Get what I'm saying? And then next day, he was undisputed. He ain't lose a fight, and then he started losing his belts. Then he get his ass beat, and the rest of the belts gone. So it's essentially like very similar to Charlo. Even though Charlo, once he stepped in the ring with Canelo, they relieved him of one of his belts, but that was the start of it right there. Then he got his ass beat, and now you fast forward, and he found himself without no belts. Now he beltless. So I think the next step for Charlo, man, I don't know what's best for him. I can't sit up here and act like I do, but I feel like once you become undisputed at any weight class, I think if you become undisputed at any weight class, I think that's the ultimate goal. I don't see what else you could have to conquer there. You get what I'm saying? I don't see what else is there after you done, you know what I mean? You done snatched up all the belts. You did it the right way. So the way Charlo's path to undisputed was one that we all respect, right? And we rock with. So with that being said, I just don't see no incentive to stay put. Like, what you gonna do? Recapture all them belts again? It's gonna be nearly impossible. That's gonna be tough, and you're gonna have some people on your ass, yo. So it ain't gonna be that easy. It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be difficult. So salute to Charlo, but I think his 154 run need to be done with. I think he need to just go ahead up to 160 for real. Zach B in the building. What's good with it? Yeah, L-Dub is the human fax machine. I really call him that. Busy. What's good with it, fam? Appreciate you stopping through. Salute to the family, man. We here on this good Saturday, man. You know, we gonna build, but yeah, man, I think Charlo, he got stripped of his last belt, and they already had what was his name? Damn, Makhmudov and forget his names, man. They had two people already about to fight for Charlo belt, but it got canceled because I believe one of those guys are injured. So I really don't know where he goes from here. You know what I mean? To be honest, I think he need to go to 160 unless it's a meaningful fight, like a big fight that he's looking forward to making at 54. But again, it's risky because you done went all the way up to 68. And now if you coming back down, man, it's not gonna be easy to come back down and just pick up where you left off. Like that's just not gonna work. That's not gonna work. A1 Hoop Zone in the building. What's good, my bro? How you feeling? Think Mel got retirement on his mind. I ain't mad at that, even though I still want Bud to give him that work. Yeah. Hey, look. So look, this ties into that, bro. This ties into that because according to my good brother LWBoxing, he says Terence Crawford, look at the title, y'all, Terence Crawford. And I want to be clear, so because we ain't putting no smut on Terence Crawford. Like, we already know what the deal is with him. All things was good with it, bro. Hey, when the fight start for tonight, I think around 9 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, bro. So look, this ties all into it. From what I understand, from what I'm hearing, matter of fact, let me just read my message, man. Y'all give me a second. Y'all smash the like, man. Let me pull my message up, man. My message is up. Cause bro, he's just like a human fax machine. I can't stress it any more than that. That dude is an asset to the boxing game, man, to the boxing community, man. I think people, when it's all said and done, I think people gonna really realize that about him. You know what I mean? Don, what's good with the family? Just before I slander, but Zach B in the building was good with it, man. Yeah, cause look, check this out. So Bud turned down fights. Y'all hear me? Bud turned down fights from what I'm hearing with Jermell Charlo, and Erickson Lubin to stay with the PBC. They saying he wants a title on the line. So he's eyeing the winner of Tszyu and Keith Thurman. So I'm not mad at that either. And yeah, he definitely an asset. So if you just look at it, bro, if you just listen to now, I want to be clear and put this in perspective, because I know a lot of people, when they see Turn Down, they like, he ducking smoke. Nah, that's not the case. Think about where Crawford is at in his career. Think about, what he was speaking on. He's speaking about making big fights, money fights. He want meaningful fights. You get what I'm saying? So I think with Charlo losing to Canelo the way he did, and then him being stripped of basically all the belts. Yeah, he ain't lose no belt. He ain't lose no fight at 54. Well, he lost a fight at 54, but you get what I'm saying. He didn't lose none of the belts by fighting somebody at 54, and he finds himself beltless. Last belt just went up in the air. They made Charlo champion in recess. Know what I mean? But the way he got beat up, it kind of killed the Charlo and Crawford buzz. The buzz ain't the same. Had he not fought Canelo and he would have stayed put and then say he would have fought Bud on the way up, it's a much different fight. But I think after people see the way you looked against Canelo, they feel like you laid down. So they're not as interested in seeing, you going there with Jermell Charlo. I mean, going there with Bud Crawford now. They don't really want to see it. Salute to my baby girl, Miss JusDueBoxing. Hope I ain't miss you. Salute to you, man. So I again, man, I know people like, he ducking smoke. Well, what about Erickson Lubin? Again, he won big fights. That would be no title on the line. And keep in mind, like, I think sometimes we ignore what a fighter is telling you they want for what we want. So in his mind, he want money, lucrative fights, big fights, and he want a title to be on the line. If you look at both Charlo and Lubin, who I honestly think if Charlo was going to fight at 54 again, that's a rematch that should happen, to keep it a buck with you. Charlo and Lubin should happen. A rematch, I promise you, that's a good fight right now. Charlo and Lubin fighting right now would be a great fight. But again, I just don't see I don't really see a scenario where Crawford and Charlo is fighting now because of the situation. And he wanted to stay with the PBC. You know what I mean? When everybody was saying that he left, remember they say him and Canelo left, but word is that he wants to stay put and he won a title opportunity. And I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? It's always, I got the next man forward kind of attitude, right? He got some options. Like he could either choose to try to pursue a Charlo fight, but I don't think he wants that. You know what I'm saying? And I understand the fact that they ain't got no titles. It's not, it's not really something you interested in. But this is the kicker, bro. This is the kicker. He's eyeing the winner of Tszyu and Keith Thurman. Now, if Keith Thurman is to win this belt, then Tszyu loses his belt. Just listen to this. The belt ain't on the line, right? With Thurman and Tszyu. But if Keith Thurman win, then, Tszyu's belt go vacant. And then they're going to allow, obviously Crawford is looking to fight the winner. Then the winner, Crawford will fight the winner for the belt. And then the belt will go vacant. And then you get what I'm saying? The winner will fight probably Crawford. So I'm not mad at that. I think Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford, he would have to win and look impressive for that fight for people to really want to see that fight, I think. But I think the consensus is a lot of people feel like Keith Thurman's inactivity and his age and stuff is going to catch up to him, his lack of hunger and things like that. And I know a lot of people leaning towards, Tszyu pulling it off. He said Bud versus Mel or Lubin is not going to sell like a Bud versus Tszyu. Even Thurman, right. Not to mention the belt going to be on the line. All facts, bro. I agree. All facts. Now, Charlo got to fight Tszyu, Lubin. Oh, boy, I can't remember his name. Tszyu. It was Tszyu. A Lubin rematch, it makes sense right now. A Lubin rematch, it makes sense. Of course, if Tszyu is tied up and that's not an area, that's not the direction he's going. You know what I mean? Kate Causey in the building. What's good with it, bro? Salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. We're going to cook for a little bit. Bud versus Tszyu is a good fight. All things was good with it, bro. It's a good fight. Not a bad fight at all. You know what I'm saying? Not a bad fight at all. But again, Jermell Charlo, some people say his future is in question. I mean, I think they overreacted, man. Belts don't mean the end of your career. It just means that I think you should move to 160 and pursue fights there. Realistically, I think you know what I mean? Unless you feel like you can't compete up there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see why he would feel like he can't compete up there. Then Bud versus Vert, man, you talking to me, man, something, man. You know what I mean? 54. That's a good fight, all things. But again, I think if it ain't a title attached to it, he don't want it. So my thought is, I think it's going to end up being a scenario where he could potentially fight Tszyu in Australia. Keith Thurman is unable to pull it off March 30th, then that's what I think we'll end up seeing. I think we'll end up seeing Bud Crawford and Tszyu possibly. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good fight for him. I think that's a good fight. So if he decided to ride off into the sunset with that fight, it'd be okay. I mean, Bud versus Tszyu, yeah, it'd be an interesting fight. Miss Joette, what's going on, Queen? How you feeling? Charlo showed a lack of dog, prefer Bud and Tszyu at this point. And you see what I'm saying? That's why I like my guy KO. But you see what I'm saying, bro? That's exactly what I'm saying. We are the people. We the paying customer, right? And I think when we seen the way Charlo showed, or showed his lack of hunger in that fight, you get what I'm saying? He showed a lack of hunger in that fight. What I think it was, KO, he didn't anticipate how difficult, and the rest of the family, I don't think he anticipated how difficult it was going to be to jump up coming off that layoff and fight that dude. And I think he felt like, remember, Charlo was saying shit like, don't be stronger. Don't be surprised if I hit harder than Canelo. I'm like, hit harder than Canelo where? Dude been at light heavyweight. You really think you about to just move up to his weight class and you're going to be punching harder than him? And he found out that wasn't the case. I think once it was one of them situations where he F around and found out, right? He had to get in the ring to actually realize that he shouldn't have been in there. You get what I'm saying? Under them circumstances. And by that time, it was too late. So I think when you seen him take a knee, I think he made a career and business decision to try to survive the fight after that point. You know what I'm saying? I think when he really felt Canelo power, even when Canelo punched him on his arms a couple times, the way he responded to it, I was like, I didn't like it. Like when I say that was the hardest Charlo fight to watch out of either Charlo's and any fight they ever had. That was absolutely the hardest fight to watch because I didn't expect him to behave in that manner. But I get it. Like he felt that power. He like, man, damn. Like I ain't trying to get knocked out. I ain't letting him knock me out. And I think that's just what it was. Mel skated to a moral victory. He was like, do they get moral victories in boxing? Hell no, Mel. You tripped out. But point being, y'all. Point being, he killed the fight with that. You know what I mean? I understood the business decision. It's a career high payday type situation. So I'm not gonna blame him. Who would turn down an opportunity to really fight Canelo if that's on the table, right? Only a fool would. So I understood why he took the fight, but I still didn't expect him to behave that way. And like I said, one bad fight, and it killed it. Not only did Charlo not want to fight you after seeing how you laid down essentially against Canelo, the rest of the people didn't want to see it. You get what I'm saying? Nobody want to see it. Grinch, was good with it, my guy? How you feeling for a paycheck? Yeah, it's crazy. Of course he wanted that paycheck, right? Make no mistake, Hilltop was good with it. Of course he wanted that paycheck, right? But my perspective is just a little, I'm agreeing with that, but I think part of him felt like he could beat this guy. I really do think he felt like he could beat Canelo, and I really think that the Canelo he had in mind is the Canelo at 54. I'm trying to tell you. That's what Charlo had in mind. Charlo remembered them being in the same weight class and him wanting nothing to do with him. That wasn't the same. The Canelo that Charlo fought was a much different physical specimen than the one that was at 154, if you understand what I'm saying. So I do believe he felt like, yo, I'm bigger than this guy. I could deal with him. But he F around and found out. Found out that Canelo ain't nothing to play with. You got to go in there and be on your A game. And anything less is going to lead to a loss. And he found that out. He effed his brother's bag. Yeah, man. I mean, you know what, though? Hilltop, respectfully, yo, he kind of ruined it himself with the, like just life, like got in the way. So he kind of got in his own way. Life kind of got in the way for him. But I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he kind of killed the luster, the intrigue for that fight. Like nobody wants to see nobody. Like again, most people felt like if he moved up to 54 and fought Charlo could mess around, catch him, knock him out. You know what I'm saying? But It's crazy how quick perception could change after somebody sees a bad performance. After people seeing Charlo lose, nobody felt like he gonna then jump back down to 54 and beat Crawford. I think most people got Crawford beating him. After the first knockdown, he kept his distance the whole fight. Yeah, Grinch. He ain't want no more, bro. He ain't want no more. He ain't want no more. He ain't want no more. He didn't. Charlo had every intention to win the fight. He just realized very quickly he was out of his league. Zach, bro, I'm telling you, he had the 154 Canelo Alvarez, or should I say the 155-pound Canelo Alvarez in mind. That's the guy he thought he was getting in there with. I'm telling you, he just didn't account for all the experience that guy got since moving up to 160, 168, 175, back down to 68. That's a lot, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Charlo versus Crawford still a good fight. It could be made with a storyline to it. Listen, Charlo can fight, right? I don't think he'll completely freeze up against Crawford the way he did Canelo. But remember, you know, a lot of fans, fight fans, are prisoners of the moment, right? And it's that "what have you done for me lately" kind of attitude, and people feel like you're only as good as your last. And the last time we seen him in the ring, he ain't looked too good. So I think most people naturally just feel like that fight is a predetermined outcome. Like, I feel like once they seen him lose, a lot of people switched their picks from Charlo possibly knocking him out, him being too strong or big, to you know, Crawford beating him. Like, Benavidez messes up the bag for Charlo. Yep, Canelo don't fight Charlo because he was scared to death. Man, David said he was gonna take the $5 million and everything, man. I don't appreciate the trickery that's going on with Nello, man. But I said this before, the man been fighting since he was 15 years old. I hate to use the word scared, but I'm definitely gonna say he making a business decision each and every time not to fight that dude, right? You get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say that as a grown man he's scared of another grown man, but he clearly don't want to lose to him. I think it's like embarrassment, pride, ego. I think it fall in that category as to why he don't want to deal with him. Then on top of that, I mean, you can lie to anybody you want, but you can't lie to yourself. Canelo knows full well what he is and what he is not at this point. If they being real with themselves, unless he got yes men around him, you're not exactly the same guy that you once was, but you still elite and very hard to deal with. But at the same token, you know, David Benavidez is young as hell and hard to deal with too. And I think he got a style that is problematic for anybody. You get what I'm saying? For anybody that he getting there with. The dude throw a ton of punches. That's all he want to do is punch. It was the same class. You didn't go out like a dog, man, a week. Nah, I mean, look, I can't tell you how to feel about it, right? But I can understand why you feel that way, right? I just get these dudes to be, you know, I don't know. I'm just easier going on these dudes, right? Listen, make no mistake, he didn't try the way I expect him to. It was somewhat underwhelming and disappointing to see it, but I'm telling you, bro, I'm not fooled by it, right? That was a handicap match. You get what I'm trying to say? This ain't WWE the last time I checked, but that Charlo and Canelo was the closest thing to a handicap match that you're going to get in boxing. You get what I'm saying? Think about something for a second. Think about how active Canelo is, right? He pretty active. You get what I'm saying? Constantly fighting. He much bigger. You coming off a long layoff. You get what I'm saying? More than a year layoff, a hand injury, and you jumping up 2 weight classes with no acclimation to the weight. You get what I'm saying? Think about, you know, as great as Andre Ward is, right? As great as we know he is, why do people think he didn't just go from 68, right? Being a career super middleweight, jump up to 75 and just fight Kovalev right off the bat? Because he's a smart guy. It's not to say that he couldn't get the win, but I think that fight is significantly harder if he don't properly acclimate to the weight class before taking that challenge. And you see he got the magic number, that 2 fights. He got acclimated and he went in there and 2 fights back-to-back with Kovalev, and we know how that worked out. But you know what I'm saying? I think the warm-up fights prepared him for Kovalev, whereas Charlo ain't had no warm-up fights with Canelo jumping 2 weight classes. And he jumped 2 weight classes at that. Ward just went up 1 and still acclimated to the weight class. Charlo jumped 2, no acclimation. You going after an active fighter, one of the most dangerous and accomplished in the division. You get what I'm trying to say? It's a handicap match. So although we could criticize him for what people feel like was a lack of effort or heart or whatever, I don't want to question the man's heart. I just think the effort wasn't there because he realized he was in over his head, bro. It was going to be a tough one. Canelo squashes Berlanga quicker than Mel. I mean, I would look at it that way because of Canelo's size, right? Canelo can be considered more of a natural super middleweight. Mel still 54, so get what I'm saying? That's going to be the problem with him. Like, their weight class is for a reason, bro. P. Hunter was good because the belts are dropped. Boots should go up to 54. It's crazy because I hear they offered Boots a fight at 54. I heard they offered him a fight at 54. But I just think he got work to do at 47. I don't think he planning on moving just yet. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's that. We're gonna see Boots. I think he's gonna try to stick around 47 and sew the division up if he can, because realistically, if politics is not in the way, that's his division to win, in my opinion. I just don't see nobody more dangerous and more talented at this point at 147 than Boots. Assuming that, you know, both Errol Spence and Terence Crawford are no longer competing at the weight class. About Berlanga, though, isn't he supposed to be a legitimate 68? Yeah. I just think what it says about him, Grinch, is if you just matching them two up, he don't have the seasoning, I don't think, to win a fight like that with Canelo. Too much I have to go right for Berlanga, respectfully, in my opinion, for him to win a fight like that. I think he just lacks the experience, bro, in the season. It wouldn't work out well for him. Like I think he'll have to bank on a knockout, and I just don't see that. You get what I'm saying? Canelo been in there with some punchers. Like I don't see Berlanga being the guy to you know, upset the apple cart and stop Canelo. I don't see it. So, you know what I mean? I don't see you outboxing him because I don't think your IQ can match his. You don't have the experience. Like I said, the seasoning is just not there. And simply the skill set is not where it needs to be, in my opinion, to win a fight against Canelo. Like I said, too much I have to go right. You'll have to bank on this dude getting old overnight. You know what I mean? Landing lucky shot. Like it's too much. It's too many variables in there. Like he'll get dusted. Cause like, even though he's a bigger man than Mel Charlo, Mel Charlo got the experience. Whereas Berlanga, he's still getting that season, and respectfully, he's still getting out of that. He's still getting out of his you know, that stage, man. You know, that beginning stage. Like, because think about it, outside of the first 16 fights was all knockouts. He wasn't able to learn much in those fights, in my opinion. I think he learned more in the next, 4 or 5 fights than he did in, you know, any of those first 16 first round knockouts. So he got a ways to go. Beth was good with it, bro. Thanks at 47 for Boots. Y'all see his belts, yeah. No money fights. Yeah, man. Boots just seemed like a guy. Like, I know he want to get paid. All guys do, but he seemed like he been very adamant about trying to chase those belts. So just got to see where that's gonna lead to. You know what I mean? He already dealing with a situation. Like, Boots should be back in the ring, man. They was talking about him being on Canelo undercard, and nope, ruined that quick. They is going off about this sparring. They is going, the internet. Ryan really set the internet ablaze, dropping that sparring clip. They still talking about this joint. Man, they ain't stopped talking about it yet. Canelo will catch him with his lack of defense and flat-footed work. For sure. I think that's what would be the problem. Canelo got fast hands. He crafty, good upper body movement. Like I said, a ton of experience, man. You know the tricks of the trade. He been in there with some guys. I just don't think dude been in there with anybody that could remotely resemble anything Canelo gonna bring to the table, right? Like those mistakes that he make, like, you know, getting knocked down by guys that's not big punchers, much known to be punchers, and Canelo landing them shots on you, bro. Sleepy time. Boo's just trying to prove himself, right? Grinch, and he just need the right dance partner to give him that opportunity. Tank Davis, even bigger name. They did, bro. And you know what? Low key, family, they might be thinking Ryan when it's all said and done. He might have ain't no way in hell he dropped that sparring clip on his channel and it didn't bring a genuine interest in that fight now. They like, oh, he dropping sparring footage, man. They going back and forth about women, females. I mean, they going crazy. So I think it's a silver lining to dropping that footage, bro. And the money are at 54, staying around 147 to fight what for who for what. Again, P Hunter, I'm with you. I get you. But I think we have to take into account what the fighter might actually want. And see that sometimes that's what we don't identify with as fans. We look at the grand scheme of things and we look at the whole chessboard and we like, man, the fights for him now was up at 54. But he, in his mind, he might be like, you know what? I still want to chase titles. So he might not be worried about the names as much as we would be for him for whatever reason, because he still want to chase titles. So we're going to have to see, man. But I think the fights are for fat at 54 for Boots. Cash Crypto in the building was good with it, fam. Crawford need to fight Boots. It's clear he's not getting Canelo. Yeah, man. It's tough, man. Like I said, Crawford is reported to have turned down fights with both Charlo and Lubin because he's looking to make a fight with a title on the line. So neither of those fights would come with titles. And like I said before, Tszyu and Keith Thurman, if Keith Thurman wins, then even though the belt is not on the line, it will go vacant. So Tszyu will lose his belt. And then obviously if Crawford is eyeing the winner and that's Keith Thurman, then that's a matchup that people have to look forward to. But I think the only way that fight is something that people want to see is if Keith Thurman look impressive against Tszyu and beat him. You get what I'm saying? But anything else, people ain't going to want to see that fight. You get what I'm saying? So it's a good chance you might see Tszyu and Crawford. I think so, too. Crawford and Tim be a good scrap. Mr. M Pride in the building was good, fam. Bozy is still hell-bent on undisputed at 147. And that's hurting Boots' career. He's smoking 54 and people willing to fight him. I think so, too. I think one of the ways I always said this to fix your issues in terms of like not being able to get fights, in my opinion, is just move up a weight class, because there's no way everybody at 54 going to duck you. Like, at least we can say 54 not too long ago was those guys was all mixing it up, and then the titles was changing hands. It was fun to watch. So I think 54 could be some great opportunities for Boots at 54, but you just gotta wait and see, man. I wait and see how things shake out for him. Nobody at 147 were entertaining. If you're really saying he is, then go make your bones at 54. And now listen, I'm not against that, but you got like just put yourself in his shoes, right? Put yourself in his shoes and say you a young fighter and you got plans, goals, and aspirations of time to, sewing up the division. You know what I mean? At least snatching up some titles before you move up, right? So I think and I'm only going off what I heard him say. So I'm assuming that's still his goal, his plans to try to snatch up them belts. So but I feel like if he's not allowed to, participate in unifications and things like that, I feel like 54 is the better move. You know what I mean? Just like from a fan's perspective, I can't tell him what's best for him because I know he got something he want to do, right? See what's good with it. Crawford chasing that bag, right? Understandably so. With like a fight or two left in his career, he trying to, he trying to get that money. He's trying to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it, because that could lead to a good fight, you know what I'm saying, with him bag chasing, especially if he was to get lucky and land that Canelo sweepstakes. If you land that Canelo sweepstakes, it'd be crazy. Do you think Tszyu waiting for Haney Garcia outcome, or what you say? Now, to me, man, Tszyu, you know that saying that the Haney be saying they say everything but let's fight. Tszyu say everything but let's fight. Tszyu, like they asked, he said he tried to make a fight with him, but I take that with a grain of salt because we already know he was in negotiations with Ryan Garcia, right? So of course he feel like that's a bigger fight and a more winnable fight, I think, in his opinion. So that's the one he was gonna go with. Yeah, he did. Even if he didn't demolish Spence, he deserved it, man. He put on for the sport, man. I ain't mad at nobody getting their money, but just don't hold up no belts and no division and do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Who's kind of 154 yet? I think he's amazing, but for some reason I don't know if he's ready yet. I think he is though, Zach B. I get what you're saying though. It's reasonable to question it because you just ain't seen him there, so it's fair. It ain't like you crazy, but I think we talking about 47 to 54. You know what I mean? I was 7 pounds north, man. I don't know, man. I think he'll be fine. I really do, because he got the frame and the skill set and stuff for it still. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he'll be at a size disadvantage or nothing like that. He got some long ass arms. He athletic as hell. I believe his power would carry up at 54 with him. I think it'd be all right. You know what I mean? But again, it's all how you get your welcome to the division, right? So, you know what I mean, I think he got an opportunity to go up there and really do something if that's where you want to go. Fight without Haney or Garcia, go on the top rank. Yeah, man. Bob, you know how he moving. In-house, baby. In-house. Barboza and Till not need to get in the ring. Yeah, he keep making excuses as to why he don't want to fight Barboza. He call him a bum, and you know what I mean? He down there begging Top Rank for them not to put him in there with Barboza. And I don't think and it's crazy because I think Barboza is a winnable fight, and it'd be a respectable win. Barboza, what, like 29-0 now? He been asking for that fight for some time, but Tszyu don't want to fight that dude. Collect that belt, Tszyu. Matias, yeah, man. You know, he called Matias soft. He said Matias the softest one at 140. He said he one-dimensional. He said they ain't nobody know who Matias is, and nobody was speaking his name until it came to him. You did. That's what he said. Till he's watched by Haney or any elite pure boxer. Man, has been exposed to can't fight on the front foot. Yeah, man. If he on the front foot heavy, NAH, he look uncomfortable. He do. It's crazy. It's crazy that he look. It's almost like he need fighters to come to him. If he got to make the fight and press, and he in there with a pure boxer, that's his kryptonite. He cannot handle guys that like to box and move. Back 147. He's been pro. Weight would be a problem. Who that? Oh, weight wouldn't be a problem, right? That's what I'm saying. I don't think weight would be the problem at all. And I get it, P. Like, you look at it like, man, the meaningful fights is not down there. But again, I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just giving you something to at least consider. In his mind, he might feel like as long as he can fight for the belts, those are meaningful fights. And he probably feels as though the money gonna come as long as he make the right fights. But I get you in terms of like names and, you know, real challenges. We don't see a lot of those guys at 47. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But again, I think in his mind, he feels like as long as it's a title opportunity, if he allowed to chase unifications on his way to undisputed potentially, then it's worth it for him. But for me, if he's not allowed to do that and then there are no names, then it looks like, man, 54 is the ideal landing spot for him. It seems like it. Yeah, that's why I feel like maybe he feels like Matias, he can beat Matias because Matias gonna come straight to him. Dang, it was good with the family. How you feeling? That's what he feel. I think he feel like he'll give him he'll give him more of the look that he want in terms of coming forward, being aggressive, staying in the pocket. He won't have to go looking for Matias. He'll be able to be on the back foot to, you know what I mean? He gonna have to be because Matias gonna pressure him. But that's what T.O. won anyway. You know what I mean? Somebody else gonna bring the fight rate to him, and he gonna try to capitalize off that. But I don't know. I think he's still being for a rude awakening with Matias, man. I think that'd be a difficult fight for him. I really do. I really do. I mean, I think the last thing Matias is for him or anybody in the division is easy. You know what I mean? I think you tripping out if you thinking Matias is something easy to play with. You get what I'm saying? He definitely not. He definitely not. You dig? You dig me? You know what I mean? Matias making these all-inclusive call-outs to everybody. Man, he want to smoke with everybody, but we're gonna see. And it's unfortunate because Matias was set. They was working out Matias and Elvis Rodriguez, and I think Elvis pulled out. Did they say due to injury or he pulled out or something like that? I got it in my notes, but that fight would have been a damn good fight to make because I think Elvis got power and boxing ability. Two things you definitely need to deal with Matias for sure. Mr. Mileage and ability said Matias has heart and a good chin. He got a ton of heart. Man, he got a ton of heart. Yeah, he definitely got a beard. I just feel like at the elite level is where he gonna have the issues at, right? Because you can't have your chin served up on a platter like that and expect to make it 12 rounds with the absolute top of the division. Is gonna be tough. I mean, but he's still gonna give people hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm not debating his favor. I don't want anyone to use his resume and ammo against me. He's himself is like that. Right, I get you, Pete. But look, bro, hey, man, I'm going to always tell you, when people start talking that bullshit resume talk, because it's bullshit at this point, when they start talking that BS resume talk, you tell people that you ain't never seen a resume climb in between the ropes and win no fight. You know what I'm saying? They think about how much they pushed Terence Crawford. The people will still say, even after beating Spence, he ain't did nothing. They'll tell you he ain't never did nothing. He ain't got no resume. He ain't fought nobody. But you see how that worked out for him. So I always look at it like, I hate the resume talk, because it's a better conversation when the career is over than when you active. Like, I get it why people make the argument, but I just hate it because resumes don't even win fights. You know what I mean? Teams like everyone at 140, power too much for Devin Haney. I think the pressure could be a challenge for Devin Haney for sure. His power is legit. I think his power could be a problem for anybody, but it's not like he this big concussive puncher. It's the accumulation with him that gets you in trouble with Matias. And I think it's like I said, the constant pressure, mental pressure, being in your face, constantly taking your best shots and being right there. You get what I'm saying? But that's a risky strategy at the upper echelon of the division. There's some people you can get away with, doing that. But again, it's going to be some guys that's going to have an answer for him, I believe. Rob Haney versus Garcia. I remember the scorecard with Tank versus Garcia. That was wild. I don't think they'll try to rob him, even though it is, I think that's a golden boy date, the 420. I don't think they'll try to rob him. I don't think they will be able to. I think he'll win the fight convincingly enough where they won't even be able to do that to him. Joe, what's good with the family? Said the water walker. He going to walk on water. He going to walk all over Ryan's face, man. He got to beat Ryan up for dropping that tape. And if he goes for 54, he making the pound for pound list. Too much talent to be held back this way. Yeah, it's the Philly in me that's pissing me off. I get it, Hilltop. Just look at it this way, bro. That's why I love these conversations, because although you feel how you feel, and I don't want you to change that up for nothing I'm saying, I just want you to, again, consider what I'm saying. Put yourself in boot shoes. You get what I'm saying? The fighter. He's still gonna get experience. He allowed to chase those belts, where that in his mind, that was his plans. You get what I'm saying? That was his plans. And if Earl and Buzz situation ain't take so long to materialize and unfold, then he probably would have got an opportunity at one of them. You get what I'm saying? Who knows? So again, I get it, but I only want to see Boots chasing the fights that he deserved to be in for me at 47. That's why I'm not asking him to jump to 54. Because I'm understanding and I'm aware of what these fighters be saying they want for themselves. And I understand as a fight fan, sometimes we want stuff for these fighters that they don't necessarily want for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Fights included. Fish Grease, what it do, family? How you feeling? Yeah. I get it, man. Look at it this way. Grinch. He's making some progress, right? He's making some progress. You know what I'm saying? He made some progress. I feel like the last two Benavidez fights were guys that were slightly more skillful than him, and he found a way to beat those guys. So he getting there. I just want to see him get the fights to see just what he got going on. So, and I think a lot of guys' resumes start out like that. Like, everybody, think about it. If you just look at the whole, landscape of boxing, everybody don't have these crazy ass resumes. But the thing is, man, you have to be tested accordingly as you're progressing through your career. So when you do get to the upper echelon of the division, you get those marquee fights, you're able to handle yourself in those moments. You know what I'm saying? So I think Benavidez right now is doing things that's working towards that. But the 175 move is a little confusing to me. Dre Smith in the building. Platt Boy plays. What's good with it? Next gen, PGH, Big Dog. How y'all bro feeling? Most of them really only pay attention to the resumes or the people we watch anyway. Right. I try to consider all things, and I really understand that, when two guys are at that level, and we talk about the elite level, right? You might have a resume that might be stronger than that guy's, but I'm trying to put something in perspective. In my mind, those resumes have no bearing on how that specific fight is going to play out on that night. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not the end all be all. Yeah, they help. You get what I'm saying? Because obviously you gain experience through fighting the right kind of guys, right? So, good resumes, tough resumes build character and it build better fighters, right? But at the same time, sometimes when you just prepare, you prepare. And when a guy is better than you, he better than you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Don't matter who you beat. If you're not better than that guy, like, you get what I'm saying? So you might have beat a number of different guys before you get to that one that give you your L, man. It's just like with Spence, man. Like, look at all the ass he beat. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the ass he beat. We stay at 147, dropped the belt, but division still had to go on. Yeah, drop the belt, but division still got to go on. That's the only thing I'm asking for. If he's not fighting there no more. David figures round in 2 rounds. That round will go into some weird hybrid of the Philly shell. DJ will say stop at least 5 times and sucker punch round was too high. How crazy the entire fight is. I'm telling you, man. Right. Bole, what's good with it, my guy? Said today I was listening to a clip of Floyd saying that he signed Tank because of that sparring session between Tank and Devin. So can we curb all that? Who got paid from sparring? I'm telling you, they don't just want to accept it, Bole. That tastes like dirt when they speak it, man. You know? They don't want that to be the case. And again, salute to Ryan Garcia for dropping that sparring footage, man. I did a live on it that night when he dropped it, man. That thing had almost 40K. They still in the comments crying about the sparring. They crying about the sparring so much in the comments. They like, this means nothing. Release the whole tape. This is only 1 minute and 40 seconds. I'm like, bro, what? If I had the whole tape, I'd be more than happy to play it. People be taking this shit too serious. They be pissed off, man. Like they act like I was beating them up in there. I ain't do nothing to them. Mr. Miles, appreciate you dropping that color in the chat, man. A little drop in the bucket. Much love to my guy, man. Appreciate you.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Richard Paris in the building. Was good, bro? How you feeling? Said while Loma fighting Cambosis, want to see him in there with Tank. You know what I think? When it comes to that, Grinch, I think like if you just look at it, I'm a very easygoing person. Like I really try to relieve the stress out of these boxing conversations. I got an ideal, like a perspective, should I say, on that situation. I feel like with Loma, he clearly came off a very tough fight with Devin Haney, right? And he fell short of his ultimate goal to become undisputed lightweight champion, right? So that was a tough fight. So you figure he had Shakur up next, right? That could have been a potential fight. But if you're Lomachenko, right, and you just came off a loss, you know what I mean? I know people want to feel like, now you go right back in there in the fire, and I get it, but he just lost. So, fighting Shakur again be very risky. You get what I'm saying? Why not go take a fight that you more than likely could win with a title on the line, and then maybe revisit the Shakur Stevenson fight, or maybe something else, and you get a unification match going, and then maybe you fight him. You get what I'm saying? I think that's how Loma was looking at it. I don't think he had ducked. I don't think he's scared of Shakur. I just don't think he was wanting to take the challenge just coming off a close loss like that. And I think the sparring that him and Shakur did had something to do with him saying, nah, I'm cool. That's a fact, next gen. That's why I don't put too much stock in resumes. I don't want to say they don't matter, but they're not the end all be all to determining who's going to win a fight. You get what I'm saying? There's a message from God to Tank. I'm telling you. Marquis, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? B-Dog in the building. What's good with it, fam? Said Ryan opened up a fresh wound with that clip now. Now you see they obsessed with Tank. I'm telling you, he done blew Tank up some more and sold his fight at the same time. Bill thought that tape was never coming out. He didn't, Cash. He didn't think it was coming out. He didn't think that joint was coming out 116, 112. Haney was ridiculous. It was a little wide. I was a little wide, but you know why I don't trip too much over the scorecards, right? Because all in all, if you still felt like Haney is the guy that won, the scorecards are still something to talk about. Like, it could have been a little closer because I thought it was a 7-5 type of fight. But as long as the right guy win, I don't flip too much over the scorecards. The only time I really stress about the scorecards is when I feel like they the reason that the wrong guy won. You know what I'm saying? The right guy didn't get it. I mean, Fat Joe in the building was good with it, man. Doghouse was good, fam. How you feeling? At this point in his career, Loma don't want Tank or Shakur unless he has no other choice. That's what it seemed like, Zach B. Or, all right, unless it come with the right kind of circumstances or, the situation is right when he's going into it, right? I don't think he wanted to go into a Shakur fight fighting for a vacant title. I think he would rather have a title or two before fighting. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I don't think he's no scary guy, man. That dude is talented, man. He ain't scared to fight. Until they leak the tape of Spence with Floyd. That'd be one. That'd be something right there, Grinch. That'd be something. That'd be some get back if they could get their hands on that, but they ain't got that. Floyd make sure, man. He control things. He make sure you ain't getting no recordings of him. Or the tape's gonna come out when Tank and Devin signed, then it would come out to build a fight. I thought so too. Next gen, Tim Layton in the building, JBT, my guy. I look at it like this, right? A part of me, like a big part of me, like I definitely want to see the fight more now that I seen that sparring clip because people keep whining. Man, do you know somebody said Tank was 26 in that sparring session, bro? Like, you can't make this stuff up, yo. Somebody said he was 26 and Devin was 17. I'm like, bro, what the hell is wrong with y'all? If Tank was 26 and that was like, what, 7-8 years ago? Just do the math, bro. What is Tank, 34 right now? Like, what the hell are we talking about? Well, no damn 26. And I'm telling you, people make the wrong argument. You shouldn't be talking about how old he is. Like, you ain't never had to fight nobody older than you in life. You ain't never had to fight nobody bigger than you in life. Everybody that's making this excuse about how young he was are people that in real life, when they had to deal with people older than them, they ain't want no problems. Like, well, it's life, bro. You the same exact age. But again, he was old enough for people to bet money, right? He was old enough for that. Realistically, Fat Joe, look, 24 has the potential to try to outdo 23, but a part of me feels like because of Showtime's exit out of the sport and, you know, this emergence of Amazon Prime, I think it took a bit to get rolling. And I think because of it, it's been like a slower start than what they probably would have wanted. So it wouldn't be crazy to believe that, you know, 2025 could deliver an even better year once they already, you know what I mean, got some things rolling. You know what I mean? Once they get it, like, kind of like shake out the kinks, so to speak. Ace, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? Also, that man Tank was out of shape. Yeah, they do. Yeah, man. Tank was 29. Yeah, Tank 29 right now. How the hell he was 26 back then, bro? What is he, 34? And the wildest age that I heard them say Devin was 9. Yo, I'm like, bro, I know y'all gotta be trolling. Y'all like, he was only 9 years old. He beat up a kid. I'm like, bro, whatever, man. And the thing for me is, why are people tripping when Devin Haney literally brought life into his career and his, you know, what he doing, his situation by sparring with people, beating up inferior competition and posting it. Like, he got off doing that. That's how people got to know him, seeing him beat when he still had the braces, man. Like, a lot of people probably, I'm telling you, I question how long some people been watching boxing. They probably don't even remember Dev with the braces, bro. They probably don't even remember before all the jewelry. They didn't care about when they thought Devin watched some facts, B-Dog. They didn't. Got to keep it in perspective. Loma had no belts, challenge found disputed, and got a lopsided decision. He fights Shakur and a new rising star and challenge. He better off getting a belt to even things. That's what I'm saying, Next Gen. And that's just me as a fight fan trying to understand that fighters have options and they're not going to always choose the one that we want. Matter of fact, most times they're not going to choose the option that we would like them to choose. You get what I'm saying? And they're going to make a business decision, a career decision. Let's just make no mistake about it. Lomachenko fighting Kambosos, that's an easier fight for him than Shakur at this point, especially coming off a loss. So you figure if that could come with a belt, why not snatch it up? I get it, even though I still rather him fight Shakur, but that's just me. I mean, maybe being selfish. I don't know. Yeah, no, yeah, 9, Cash, and I'm not exaggerating, bro. I heard 9, I started crying, yo. I said 9 is crazy, bro. 9 is wild. Fish Grease said that Sesson turned Dev into a gym rat. So relax, people. He's rich. And bro, Fish Grease. I told people, bro, they don't look at it like that because they too sensitive. See, you watch the sparring and you probably just see it for what it is. It's sparring, right? You seen Tank doing what Tank usually be doing to people in that clip specifically. But I do think a part of him like got more discipline and focus and dedicated and all that. Like, that sparring could have brought, you know, another level of focus out of him because he know he needed it after that. You can't afford to have that happen to you. Floyd should be paid a commission day one, ticket sales 60. Take leaps now 10K. Bro, talk to me, P Hunter. Ain't no mistake about it that helps out the fight. Ain't no mistake about it that helps out the fight. Make no mistake about it that helps out the fight, bro. Make no mistake, that is not a coincidence. They could think what they want, man. That tape drop, Brian been selling the hell out this fight. Tank would be Haney's toughest fight, vice versa. I think they could be each other's toughest test to date. They could, respectfully. You know what I mean? Jose age too much when it comes to a highly gifted fighter's out. Look at Beterbiev, for example. He old, but will give trouble for anyone in his weight class. Absolute truth, bro. Kello, my guy, was good what he said. He turned dead into a jabber. A jabber, turned a jabber, a grabber. He ain't throw too many shots at all in that footage, bro. Bro was under fire, bro. It was tough for him in there, bro. It was getting difficult, man. He was trying to survive, bro. When you trying to live, man, you ain't got time to throw punches. You got to make sure your headgear ain't getting knocked backwards, bro. I'm telling you. Jab and cuddle. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, but age wasn't the deciding factor. I just think it was mentality. I think mentality was the deciding factor. In that moment, what people failed to realize in that moment, in that clip that you seen, that was 1minute 40-some-odd seconds. That wasn't more like sparring and boxing. Like that was a fight. And that what you seen in that clip, that's what has the potential to happen once Tank step it up and start going to get you. He can force you to fight, and all it takes is a couple shots, and now you in there trying to make sure you ain't getting knocked out, and he got you right where he wants you. I'm trying to tell you, man. So don't tell me that the man can't close the gap and go get you if he need to. Said the sparring session don't hold any weight in picking a fighter to win a professional fight. Listen, I get why you would say that, right? I get it. But for me, like I know that fights are won in the gym, and I know that's where they practice at. Like that's how they prepare for the finished product that we see on fight night. So although I'll look at it like this, right? Sparring is not the end all be all, and that sparring session doesn't determine who will win a fight. But what I think the sparring does show me is if a fight breaks out, it's going to be some very uncomfortable moments, some very dangerous moments for that man. If a fight breaks out with Tank Davis, because you can't match him punch for punch, and you know that. This is why it has to. If that fight is to take place, he has to keep it a chess match. He can't allow Tank to turn it into a fight. I mean, and then the thing is, Tank can play chess as well. He a hell of a chess player as well. So for real, it's like pick your poison. Nobody's unbeatable and invincible, but that's a dangerous guy. He is a complete fighter, in my opinion. He was fighting with that. And that, yo, tell me, right? Yamato Damashi. That anyway was talking about. Yeah, he did it to Barrios. You get what I'm saying, bro? Come on, man. He went and got his ass. Actually, before the true face of boxing today, Canelo or Tank. Respectfully, I know it's easy because you've been hearing me sitting up, building about Tank, but look, respectfully, both of those dudes are faces of the sport. Canelo was putting on for the guys, like, of course, obviously under heavyweight, right? Anthony Joshua is in the mix. Like he, you know what I mean? I ain't saying he the face. They don't call him the face of boxing, of course, but I think Canelo and Tank are justifiably called the face of boxing for reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because the same reasons that they call Tank the face of boxing, some of the same reasons, that same thing applies to Canelo. Sometimes people don't want to tie it into that, but it's that. They bring a significant amount of revenue to the sport and attention. They garner a significant amount of attention every single time they fight. So respectfully, both of them make a case and a damn good argument. Rude exposure in the building for being a face of boxing. You get what I'm saying? LaMarcus was good with it, bro. I heard Tank was in sparring bully because he usually says he will take it lightly against younger fighters, then he goes all in for the kill. Nah, I think what it is that just be his mentality to kill sometimes, and they be having to remind him that you got to be in there to work. You know what I mean? Ringside, I get a wrench. These people, everybody that's in here that got a wrench, probably been here for a long time, for a minute. That's all I got. I just keep seeing you in here. You'll get a wrench for sure. Support the channel, support the grind, Smash the like button, all that good stuff. I heard that Tank is, oh yeah, I seen that Tank around in the face of the new generation. And fans mostly think Tank, though, for sure. True indeed, they do. True indeed. Thrill Hill in the building was good. And again, we you know, it wasn't Tank that anointed himself the face. It was people that started calling him the face. See, so what it do, family? You get what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Both of those guys make a case for being a face of boxing. For real, for real. Dang, man. But we all know him, man, who put them asses in seats, man. And then, like I said, Canelo, you can't deny his drawing power, and you can't deny Tank's. So, I mean, you know what I mean? You dig. Tank got killer instinct, and for sure. Tank from the mud, he got beat and put on. He said, Tank from the mud, he gonna put a beat on Frank Martin. He said that's cap because you ain't got a wrench. Now, your name in green, so you know you're a channel member right now. So and again, I know y'all, you know, wrenches don't really, you know, you know, as long as y'all know I rock with you, man. I mean, nobody should be supporting Canelo at this point. He's the poster child of ducking. Yeah, I mean, he's just very enabled at this point, bro. He's very enabled at this point, and because the money is with him, they allow him to move how he want. I thought you did though, Don. Do you? I thought you did though. Should have, because that's Don, my guy. Don, you know you my guy, Don. You knew. You know, I already know. Yeah, but look, it's tough, man. Canelo got a shit ton of people that respect him, that rock with him, and I think they don't care who he fight, and he don't care who he fight. You know what I mean? He don't care either. Get my boy right. Got my boy out. He don't care who he fights. So I think at this point, he just only in it just to make his money. You know what I'm saying? And he knows that. And then until there's like a demand for him to do something different, he gonna continue to do what he want. You get what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate because we only make up for a very small population of the people that actually care. You know what I mean? I think it's we outnumbered by people that don't care who he fight. They just want to see it. You know what I'm saying? I buying another Canelo fight. Hey, Kello, I can't keep playing these games, man. They playing with us. Canelo just need to drop the belts. Fight J. Paul. Somebody else said that too. Crush the legend in the building. What's good, bro? How you feeling? Gonna do an interview with his top supporters. Oh, he won't even do an interview. Yeah. I never understood that. Tell him to do exhibition matches. Yeah, man. Somebody else said that too. I think, listen, most importantly, like realistically, drop the belts. Drop the belts, and then nobody cares because you're not at least holding up the division. Now you get what I'm saying? You making it different. Like you ain't being as selfish. I think with him keeping the belts and not giving the right people an opportunity to fight for it. Meanwhile, just fighting who he wants, it's like a double negative. He gonna give you a fight that you don't want, and you gotta pay for it if you want to see it. And then on top of that, he keeping the belts away from the people that deserve it. So it's an ugly situation, man. It's ugly. It's ugly. But speaking of that, because we on this, man, we just gonna build for a little bit today on this good Saturday. Paulie has something to say about Paulie. I got a little clip in here from Paulie, man. It's a little real short.
The biggest problem is this. All the money is in Canelo Alvarez. But the best fight is probably Benavidez versus Morrell. You know what I mean? Like the best fight in terms of the top, who are actually the top two guys in this weight class are probably Benavidez and Morrell. I think they both beat Canelo. You know, so it's funny because all the money's with Canelo, so everything revolves around Canelo. And this is why this sport is ass backward.
Right, man. And I agree with Paulie 100%. 100%. I know it's very early for Morrell. Like, I know styles make fights, man. But, sheesh, I never thought of Morrell jumping the line all the way up to Canelo. But make no mistake, I think the two best fighters are David Benavidez and David Morrell, the two Davids. And I think that is the best fight to make at 68, obviously, because they're much younger. You know what I mean? I think that could be a more competitive, better fight. Canelo's getting older. I ain't saying it still can't be exciting and competitive, but I mean, at what point do we stop? Do we stop caring? Like, you know what I mean? I don't care no more what Canelo do. The only reason I bring it up because he got them belts and he just moving crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I do think all the money is with him. It's obvious. That's why they're allowing him to do what he do. You get what I'm saying? They allow him to move however he want because you know what I'm saying? He bring that money. And as long as he bring the money, they don't care about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Every time he fight, think about how many people get paid. He got all the belts too, the sanctioning fees. Just think about it. Think about, what is it, 3% per belt? So what is that, about 12% each belt? I mean, for all together. So think about how much money that is from a Canelo bag. And I think that's you know, the reasons that he's able to do and move as he pleases, they're financially motivated by the powers that be. As long as those people can grease their palms when this guy fight, it's not going to be no real pressure for him to deliver any fight that the fans really want to see. And as long as I think they feel like they can make a return on investment or get paid from it, they don't care who he fight. I think at some point the wall's going to close in and he's going to have to deliver the fights that the people want, especially if he plan on going 4 or 5 more years. I don't think you can go 4 or 5 more years completely just not giving the people what they want. It'd be tough. Well, David, do you favor? Respectfully, I like both. I favor David Morrell. I mean, reason being, right, Bole. And they ignoring it, bro. They ignoring it. But for me, the way he's moving, Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Canelo, the fighter, when he's competing in, you know, the right fights, he's great for the sport. But the business-minded Canelo, the guy that just want to use his status to, you know, handpick and maneuver around. And I want to be clear, I don't think he's scared of nobody. But it's just like an entitled, spoiled kind of energy. Like, bro, I ain't fighting you unless I feel like I want to. And that he got that kind of energy. I fight who I want when I want. You know what I'm saying? He said it. I'm the king. I do what I want. Said, they asked him about David Benavidez. He said, we'll see. That's what he said. But I favor Grinch, I favor Morrell. The reason why, respected David Benavidez, it'd be a tough fight for both of them. Why I favor David Morrell slightly is because I feel like as a boxer and skill wise, I think he can do a lot of what Caleb Plant and Andre did in their fights where they was successful, right? And I think he can do those things without getting tired and gassing. And again, if you just go back and rewind to the David Benavidez and Caleb Plant fight, look how well Caleb Plant performed in that first half of the fight for the most part, right? First 5 or so rounds. Had he been able to duplicate that in the second half, we'd be having a much different discussion today. But he wasn't able to do that, and he fell short. Benavidez wore him down and jumped all over him. With Demetrius Andre, he gassed out in like 4 rounds, and we seen that was the beginning of the end right there. So salute to Fat Joe, man. Hardcore, that's my guy. Salute to my bro, J Hardcore. Pick another L. He won't be around 3 or 4 years, right? Great experiences was missing. Again, I get it, because you look at Morrell and you like, yo, he only got 10 fights. He don't got no experience, but you got to look at the quality of fights that he has, right? I think he got some quality fights that people need to like really go in his resume and check. Like, and then when you think about it, right, even with him having 10 fights and David Benavidez got like what, 26, 27, something like that. Look at the quality of fights, and then looking on David Benavidez's resume right now. In your opinion, do you got anybody on his resume beating him? And if it's no, then that's exactly why that fight needs to be made. Like Paulie said, that's the best fight at 68. Those are the best 2 guys, and they're young. And David Morrell, I think, is blazing through the division, man. And when he get an opportunity, he's gonna take advantage. Yeah, he earned it, man. He earned it, Kello. I don't know why people act like he didn't. He earned it. Yeah, he bigger. You get what I'm saying, Grinch? He bigger, better gas tank. You get what I'm saying? He punch harder than both. You get what I'm saying? He gonna want to hurt Benavidez just as much as Benavidez want to hurt him. Get what I'm saying? Keep Boomerang in the building. Not a fan of the Charlo brothers, but Canelo never defended WBC belts since 3+ years and 2+ years for the WBA. I get you. I rock with the Charlo brothers for different reasons. You know what I mean? Killer Man in the building. Canelo scared. Plus, he has the power facts. Thrill. Listen, I keep saying this. I try not to say that no man is scared, right? Especially that guy. But I keep saying this. I don't want to be a broken record, but I feel like he feels as though the work he's put in has put him in a position to move exactly how he's moving now. Get what I'm saying? Like, because if you look at his resume, you can't really say it's too many people with a deeper resume. The man got about 64 fights. See what I'm saying? About 64 fights. So with that being said, that's a lot of work he put in. It's been through a number of weight classes. So his resume is deep, but it is missing some key names. And if he gives a damn about anything that people care about, he's still in a position to deliver them fights. And if he care, he'll do so. I mean, Boo has no gas. Not at 68. You know what it was, B-Dog? I think he rehydrated terribly for that fight. Remember? Said he was like 190. You ain't never see Boo Boo run out of steam that fast. You get what I'm saying? You never seen it before. So I don't want Canelo anymore. They lose money. GGD third fight. Kovalev, Field, and Ryder. Jacobs, Billy Joe Saunders. Right. I heard they couldn't reach a deal, but I still hear that he might be fighting Munguia over there. And Benavidez has made it clear that he will not chase Canelo Alvarez over there to DAZN. He's going to stay over there on the PBC and stay loyal to them. So that kind of takes that fight right off the table completely. You know what I'm saying? Lose Benavidez. Yeah, that's what it is, bro. The fan base is an ego and pride thing. You don't want that man taking his spot, because if Benavidez beat him, he takes over and he becomes the man. He said, "Oh man, they told Canelo, yeah, you can fight Munguia over here as long as you fight Benavidez in September, man." Canelo was like, "I think we should do this another time.
I think we should plan this another time." This nigga's scared.
That's how Benavidez feel. Like, every time they ask him about that, what's good, my bro Ant McQueen in the building, the professor, and that gives his fighting his UK fighters. He loves fighting them UK fighters, yeah, because he can go over there and beat all over them. Experience fair, no doubt. Canelo using that Floyd blueprint as an excuse, right? And he ain't really using the Floyd blueprint because Floyd had like a tale of two different careers. He had Pretty Boy Floyd, and then Money May was more the business oriented Mayweather that I believe made business decisions, but he also still gave us fights that we wanted to see and the fights that made sense, right? So he's falling. If he think he following the Mayweather blueprint, he's failing miserably. Cuzzo Ashley's corner was good. Cuzzo, you say you watching Creamy Ali? He on now? Is he on now? Did that card start? They stripped Charlo, but Canelo can go 3 years without title defense. Right, fighting all people he ain't supposed to. I'm telling you, fighting all people he want to fight. And I'm telling you, as long as he making them that bread, they like, man, don't care, Canelo. Who else you want? Nah, Nello, you ain't gotta. Nah, Nello, you ain't gotta fight. You ain't gotta fight Benavidez. You don't want to fight Benavidez? No, you don't want to fight him? No. Nah, I gotta turn to it then, man. I gotta turn to it, cuz I ain't even know it started yet. We just gonna build for a little while because I'm gonna definitely try to catch these fights for sure. Creamy the first fight. He gotta get a get back. Didn't he lose his last time? Said his Jamaican box is horrible. Sheen, a piece of blessings to the queen. How you feeling today? And that would bring money to their pockets. What else? Corruption, right? It's just like again, I try not to go in on a dude. I give everybody just due. You know what I'm saying? But the part about Canelo that pisses me off the most was when he got caught up with the clenbuterol. They raised the limits. They raised the legal limits. And I don't give a damn what nobody tells me. It's going to be very hard for people to convince me if you recently just got caught with clenbuterol in your system, and then you get the slap on the wrist, you get the minimum, which is 6 months, right? And then you come back, but they raise the limits that you are legally allowed to have in your system. And you telling me there's nobody that's putting that to the test? So nobody's going to take advantage of that, them just making their own rules up to do that. Nobody. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's crazy. It's just unfortunate. And that's where I'm at with him. That's the part that pisses me off. There's no way you can convince me fully that it's nothing funny going on, especially when I seen a guy physically wearing sleeves on his knee, braces on the knee, sleeves on the elbow, all this stuff. And then you come back in a fight after you just look old in your last 2 or 3, and you come back in this fight. Now you standing up for 12 rounds straight. You ain't sit down the whole fight. They talking about you revisited the fountain of youth. That shit like that pissed me off because I start thinking it's something funny. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he say he's extremely terrified. So amazing in the building. What's good, bro? How you feeling? Behind the Hands TV, my brother Mo was good with it. My card ain't got nobody famous on it, but somebody gonna get knocked out tonight. Salute to my bro, man. You know, salute to you. Congrats on that card, man. I know you're gonna do your thing. I already know you're gonna do your thing, man. And be sure to let me know how it go, man. Said it's a good card. Yeah, I'm gonna tune in to it. Appreciate you, cuzzo. And good cook earlier too. I was over there listening to y'all building. Benavidez versus Vostik will be one of the best this year. Benavidez will not bully like he did at 68. 6'2", also bigger than David, better footwork and more skills, some KO ratio. We're going to see. Vostik's got the experience and stuff like that. He's been around the block a little bit, but he's old. You get what I'm saying? He's old. And I think that's what might be his problem. I think the timing that he's Canelo Raw, I'm telling you, that's why they be calling him Clinello. And that's no slight, no shade. I won't put no jacket on him. But that just was suspect. You can't raise no limits after a guy just got caught. That's like saying, all right, man, you got caught this time, but look, you could do it again, but just don't do too much. That's what that's saying to me. You could do it again, just don't do too much. Like, come on, man. That's crazy. But all in all, get a man is just do. Listen, the only reason I want to see fights like him and David Benavidez, stuff like that, is because I know what kind of talent he is, and I know that'll be a fight worth every dime that we spend to see. So it's just unfortunate that we had a time in boxing where, unfortunately, it's more about money than making the matchups. You get what I'm saying? Chico Sticks. Crowd's so crazy. Chico Sticks. Them joints used to be hitting too, didn't they? Definitely watching the Serrano fight. Yeah, salute to Amanda Serrano, man. She the real deal. Salute to the man of the real deal, Serrano. Finally watching no emotion. Love Wilder, but I want to see jab to the body, defense, and roll work from here on out. Yeah. Facts. He been doing the roll work, but he need the jab now, fish grease, and the stab to the body. And he needed consistently, and then fire that missile over right hand in there. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call Canelo, Chico Sticks. Cinnamon. You know what I mean? That's Cinnamon. El Cinnamon. Oh, yeah, it started at 7 o'clock. What time is it? It's at 6:22. All right, we're going to cook for a little while longer, man. And we're going to get to these fights, man. If I could, I might make it back and try to call him. Maybe I'll call him because I do want to see my boy Raymond Ford tonight. I want to see him get his win, do his thing. My bad. No jacket on. He got telling me he's smoking that Canelo pack tonight. Hello. He said you watch boxing in the 80s and 90s. This era make you sick. I get it. I just think for me, bro, I try to understand change and that, you know, all change ain't bad and change is definitely necessary. And I think as boxing moved along, the reason it became more of a business because people had more access to money, you know what I mean? Or they had more avenues to making money. And if you really being 100, the fight fan in you is always want to see the best fight the best, but sometimes those fights ain't the way, you know what I mean? Those fights mess up plans if they happen too early. So I think with these newer fighters, and I'm not trying to give them an out, but with these newer fighters being able to look at fighters from the past and see how these dudes ended up with no money, all guts and glory, you know, a hell of a resume and championships, all this different stuff, but they ain't got the money to show for it. And then they messed up. So I think a lot of fighters are conscious and aware of that. And I think they move a certain way because of it. You know what I'm saying? They definitely trying to get their money right and all that different stuff before taking those dangerous challenges. And we be wanting to see those challenges now, but these dudes be trying to maximize their bag or earning potential, should I say. Rohan Polanco is good at 140. Yeah, he is. He stopped Keith Hunter the last time out. Yeah, that's the one that had him pushing the ref, going crazy. He was going crazy, too. 37 years today is not the same as 20, 30 years ago. Yeah, lifestyle, training, nutrition, the food, Key, the food, bro. The food is totally different, man. I think they ate real food back in the day. Everything now is processed and crazy. I think Canelo changed with the plug getting it work from. Oh, man. No, I mean, He messing with the plugged order. That's Nello. That's Nello for you. That's King Nello for you. I'm telling you. King Nello. But we gonna see where he end up at, bro. But like I said, I just wish he'd let them belts go, which is something I know he ain't gonna do. So it is what it is. I'll just move on and say the hell with him. You want the best fights, I understand, but boxing is a business disguised as a sport. I just think, I mean, it's definitely a sport in its purest form. It's definitely a sport, but I think in today's time, people just have to acknowledge the business side of it as well, because people want to get paid for punishment, and it's a part of me that just can't be mad at people for that. But you know, when you have an opportunity to deliver fights and you've sold the people that you just want to make the best fights available, and you're about to smoke and all that different stuff, we just demand more from you. That's all that is. Or not really more from you, we just demand you to stand on business and do what you say you're going to do. So yeah, boxing is still a sport in its purest form, but it's just also a business at this point that you can't I see you, Sheena, that you can't ignore. And just simply put, guys want to get paid. They want to get paid, and some of them undeservingly so. But I'm just not against guys getting paid. But I definitely want to see, if it's a fight where I have to pay for it to see it, I definitely want to get my money's worth every single time. My bad, y'all. So yeah, man. Let me get to it, man. My bad, y'all. Responding to a text message. But yeah, I see people complaining about it, bro. I think they say the cheapest ticket is a little under $400 to get in the building to see Ryan and Haney. They said they tickets is selling now. Then they sell 10,000 tickets recently, and I'm pretty sure that's footage has something to do with it. Jake Paul versus Ryan Borland tonight, or the joke. Another win for Jake Paul. He about to go out there and spark a guy. I respect Jake Paul because he giving other people opportunities to make a bag. So I definitely respect that from him. You know what I mean? I think as long as he really taking boxing serious, if he gonna keep gradually stepping up his competition, and meanwhile being in position to give people a platform, sharing his platform with people, I got a huge respect for that. You know what I'm saying? Straight man, go speaking on Canelo and Benavidez. You a dude calling you out in the hood and you duck and dodge with an image in the hood. How much money do you need to please the fans? Yeah, for real. And think if what they're saying has any merit or truth to it, they said they was willing to accept $5 million and Canelo was gonna get about 60 or something. They didn't care, they just wanted the opportunity to fight. So I mean that's a ton of money, but it's not something he wants to do. And I really wish I knew the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Jay Bean, boxing and betting was good. Who the WBA champ at 54? Nobody now. Charlo lost all his belts, and they was gonna have he got stripped of the last belt. They was gonna have two guys fight for it. I gotta go look into my messages to remember the names, but they was gonna have two guys fight for it, but that fight is off because I think one of the guys is injured. But he's okay still. Yeah. You gotta think Grinch ain't got no amateur background at all. None. He just literally jumped from YouTube and content creating and running around having fun, Disney kid to boxing. So gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. Kareem Ali just won. Damn, that was a KO then, Cuzzo, huh? Canelo's case, he says no mas, no pesos, no Benavidez. No pesos, no Benavidez, man. But they had the pesos for him, bro. But he just ain't want the smoke. They had the pesos for bro. He ain't want the smoke, man. They had the pesos for him. They definitely had. At least that's what they said, right? That's what they said. They said they had the pesos. They had the pesos for Canelo, man. He don't want no damn action. Not with nobody that we want to see. Bad, go fight Jake Paul. AJ64 in the building was good with it. I mean, Jake Paul has been calling him out, but he'd be a damn fool to like he'd really be playing himself if he did that. Like I don't even think he'd be to sell that to his best fans. You know what I'm saying? To his most diehard fans. Ain't nobody trying to purchase no fight with him and Jake Paul. People destroyed Canelo mind. That's the reason you don't want to fight that young, tall, rangy fighter. I think so too. You think about it, there's some similarities to Bivol and Benavidez. I ain't saying how they fight, but frame and just Benavidez being a tall guy with range, like you said, heavier puncher, I believe. He's just gonna make it a tough fight for him. And he just don't want to deal with that. Jake's fights be looking too staged. Yeah, I think, got a little fixer-upper, cash, little fixer-uppers, though. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy. Just a little fixer-uppers. Yeah, that's want Benavidez to be the best form. Mexico after beating him. Yeah, man, Benavidez going to get all the recognition that he been getting for these years, and he just don't want that. His ego won't allow him to do that. And he ain't allowing nobody to mess up his bag either. He not going. That man is not going, bro. My bad. But again, y'all, just to put it in perspective, I'm gonna be in here for a couple more minutes. I'm gonna try to go catch these fights too. Punch rate, Bivol and Benavidez is identical. They got some similarities there. I just think even Benavidez might be a little more busier. He could be. I don't know that for sure, but I'm guessing just from looking. And he'd be more aggressive. He got more of an authoritative approach. You know what I mean? He'll take the fight to Canelo, whereas Bivol, he kind of took the fight to him too. But I think Benavidez has some bad intentions in there for sure. Team Polanco's in the ring for sure. I could go to it on YouTube real quick. Sidebar: was one of these athletes slapped it out of Stephen A on TV live. Yeah, he be going in too much, man. He be doing a lot. He be overdoing it. He be overdoing it. Sorry. He be ODing, man. He be ODing. Benavidez knocks out Bivol. Listen, he'll have his opportunities, but the problem is Bivol is a rhythm fighter that can move very well, and he won't necessarily be right in front of Benavidez where he sometimes needs you to be to put a hurting on you. So, I mean, he definitely had an opportunity to knock him out. Maybe he can, you know what I'm saying? Because he said he did him bad in sparring, so maybe he can, but I think it'd be a tough fight though. I think it'd be a tough fight for sure. Man, I just seen some shit. Man. Man, that's crazy. My bad, y'all. I'm tripping. Win or lose. Nobody's taking Canelo's spot with the Mexican fans. That's why he looking like a whole. Yeah, I mean, he don't want you to. He ain't gonna allow you to by giving you the opportunity to beat him. That's the problem. And again, with him potentially going to DAZN, like I said, Benavidez said he will not be pursuing him over that way. He's staying loyal. He's staying on the show, not Showtime. He's staying on the PBC side of things, and that's where he's gonna be at. I got you, JJ. What's good with it, bro? What's good with it, man? I got you. I'm about to go to it too. Years of lurking Benavidez, big ass talking about running up the cruiser for Zordo. Tell that move on. Yeah, he talking about a lot, man. I don't know exactly which way he gonna go. Cause look, he said he was going up to 75. He announced the fight pretty much with the Vostok guy. He announced the fight with him. He announced the fight with him. And he talking about coming back down to 68 and possibly his dad said something about Christian and Billy. That's something about fighting Christian and Billy. So again, I ain't hear no mention of David Morrell, and that fight seems to not be something that he want to pursue. What am I looking for? Where is this at? William Old School, my brother, was good with it. Just got home, man. Hopefully you can kick your feet up a bit, man. Better Beeve or Benavidez, that's a pick'em fight, bro. That's a pick'em fight for real, for real. I would want to see how he perform at 75 first. Like even him, he don't feel like you see what fight he taking at 75. Now, of course, he ain't gonna just go straight to Beeble, but I want to see at least see how he perform first at 75. Now I could have a better gauge of what's going on. Really don't want the Benavidez smoke. I think he'll take it. What channel is these fights on that I'm looking for, man? Ain't it ESPN? Or y'all talking about a different card? Or am I tripping? Said Creamy Ali is on. Well, I don't see it. You really wanted Morrell when he was 4-0, right? And not when he was about what 6-0, 7-0. They ain't want nothing to do with that young Scrappy. Oh, what the hell? Oh, y'all talking? Oh, the DAZN card. I'm tripping. DAZN. Y'all got me thinking about Y'all got me thinking about the joint that I wanted to watch. Why the hell don't I see it, man? I don't see it. Yo, he said ESPN Plus. Let me go to ESPN Plus, bro. Let me go to ESPN Plus. Let me try to take a peek at the Fizzites. My phone doing, bro. I gotta turn it on from my TV. It's tripping. Jake Paul Carter. Yeah, Jake Paul is on DAZN. So hold on. It's top rank ESPN card tonight and the DAZN card, right? DAZN. Which one y'all watching right now? That's the one I'm trying to go to. The one that is started already. Oh, all right. Well, I ain't see that then. Pacheco and Ortiz. These damn busters, man. Who these marks, man? I don't know these dudes, man. But look, man, let me wrap up, man. Let me not. So look, man, just to wrap up, Jermell Charlo no longer DAZN is on now. Yeah, Jermell Charlo is beltless now, y'all. No belts for him. I don't know where he goes from here. We're gonna have to wait and see. In my opinion, I think he should take his ass to 160. Going back all the way down to 75. 54 is gonna be risky. what fight do he really want that's down there? I don't think he had much to gain. I think he should look for newer opportunities in one division up. That makes sense to me. So we're going to wait and see. But he's officially stripped of his last remaining belt, and he's made champion in recess. And they ordered 2 guys to fight for the belt already, but I believe that fight is called off because, again, I think one of those guys got injured, as I read. And Terence Crawford, yeah, I'm gonna go pull it up. Terence Crawford is like I said, turned down fights I'm hearing with not only Jermell Charlo but Erickson Lubin as well, because neither fight came with a title, and he's only interested in title fights at this point, which is why he got his eyes on a Tszyu Keith Thurman winner. And again, like I told y'all, Lonzo returns. What's good with it, fam? Heather E, salute to the queen. How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. And like I said, if Tszyu loses to Keith Thurman, he also loses his belt. That belt then becomes vacant. And if Crawford is to fight Keith Thurman, that belt will be on the line. So it's crazy how that works, but that's what's going on. You know, everyone else gets stripped, but Canelo make sense. Yeah, because Canelo bringing that bag, and if you look at the only difference in between the fighters, is how much money he bring in. That's the only glaring difference. So I think that's why they allowed the man to do pretty much what he want to do, because he again, that money talks, the BS walks. You dig? The money talks, the BS walks. Hey man, that's just what that is. They stripped him out on purpose so that the fight with Crawford and Charlo wouldn't be as big at 54. And then they could possibly position who, if he could win, who at 54, who fighting. And if they win the belt, it's like they ain't letting him fight for the belt. But if he win, the belt becomes vacant and he has an opportunity to fight for it. So just think about that for what it's worth. Superman was good with it. Everyone stripped, but Jermell. I think he should go ahead and get that belt up off him, especially if he's not gonna fight for it next. Let it go. It's definitely all about the money. Definitely all about the money. So speaking of Keith Thurman, man, he spoke about, I think in this clip, some of his inactivity and things like that. And this little clip I'm gonna play real quick before we get out of here. And he said some interesting stuff, man. Keith Thurman, I think, if he's still hungry, this fight should be real interesting, man.
When people question where's Keith Thurman at, it's only because they didn't see how many contracts I signed last year and didn't get a fight. They didn't see how many times I was in the gym all last year. They think I just now got back in the gym this year. Damn. That's where everyone's questioning. They think I've been a couch potato and now I'm coming back. I weighed 165 at the Crawford-Spence fight. I was already doing strength and conditioning. I ended up allowing myself to go back up to 170. All last year I was yo-yoing. I think the lowest I ever got was 163 last. 163, 172, 170, 168, 165, 170. I was yo-yoing all year, man.
You hear what he say, man. I played that just to highlight how a lot of people be feeling like he be out the loop. But Keith Thurman, he just let you know that you don't know how many contracts or different contracts he had for fights that he didn't get. And this dude was working out a lot more than what people think. He just couldn't get that opportunity that he was looking for. And he really wanted that Spence fight. Like I told y'all before, salute to my bro behind the hands. He had a contract for that fight. And of course, he understood that Spence wasn't going to sign it because he didn't want to fight him. So I think when people ask how is it that Keith Thurman got this opportunity to fight Tszyu and all this and that, I think he was due a fight, and I think this is their way of giving him a fight. And it's a risky fight, but if he can win it, he got an opportunity to put himself in the mix and possibly fight for a title. And it's going to be tough for him to get it back, but we're going to see. Let's talk just to get stopped by Tim. El Cuatro P. What's good with it? I'm live. Anyone, the other champs getting stripped. I'm suing all sanctioned bodies. This shit is done the right way. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. These dudes, man, these dudes just be they be victims of the game in politics, bro. And it's almost like they hands be tied behind their backs. You know what I'm saying? Rick Tim's in the building. What's good with it? Superman in the building. You know, there was a contract, yeah. Superman, yeah. He was supposed to get fights. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he been like, you know, working out and different stuff like that. So he ain't been sitting around, like he said, as long as people think he had, but I think his opportunities was falling through. And that's why you seen him on the sideline like that. So you'll see Keith Thurman back in the ring March 30th, and hope he bring his A game because he's gonna need it. Tszyu want to win, and I definitely think he want that Crawford fight. I definitely think Tszyu would take a Crawford fight. He already was in negotiations earlier with Crawford, but he said to Keith Thurman, opportunity presented itself. I guess it materialized faster than the Crawford situation, so that's the route he went. But like I said, Crawford is eyeing the winner of them two. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it play out. I mean, again, some of the options for Crawford is off the table with him taking them off. There's no Errol Spence no more. I heard the contract expired. I heard is that rematch is done with. And for conversation purposes, I think Errol Spence and Castano is a great fight for each other. Crawford, again, he don't want nothing to do with Lubin or Charlo. Neither guy's got titles. He don't want that. And I do think Lubin and Charlo make a lot of sense too moving forward. I think that rematch makes sense right now. You know what I'm saying? Lubin been doing nothing but winning. And on a little win streak. A couple wins together, man. I think he need to revisit that. It'll make sense to me. Sandor is getting a step aside. Brad for the winner, Ryan and Dave. Yeah, I thought he wasn't taking no more step aside, Superman, but I guess money talks, BS walks. So maybe they gave him something that he was comfortable with. And as long as he get the opportunity to face the winner, maybe he cool. But yeah, I did hear it. I did. That's the only way I could see it. You know what I mean? And as we know, Edgar Berlanga just got a knockout recently, and he is now the mandatory challenger to David Morrell's WBA strap, not Canelo. So he think he's in line for Canelo, but in reality, he's in line for opportunity at David Morrell. I would love to see if he gonna accept that challenge, or if they're gonna look to set that fight up, because that's another fight that's good that need to happen. Yeah, it is whack. Sandor is fighting Barboza in the co-main. Is he? Because that might mess up his plans. Barboza mess around and get Sandor. Now, I don't know. They're dropping the belt. Watch what I tell you. Sure got that gifted gab. You know it. You know it. Don't count Keith out, though, man. He might have something. He might have something, bro. Damn well, we're going to fight Morrell. He talking about Canelo. Why not Morrell? You know what I'm saying? Rosa. You talking about fighting Canelo? Why not fight David Morrell? Well, it's too much for you. Don't tell me a guy with 10 fights, a prospect as they be trying to call him, is too dangerous for a knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me that. But he is the mandatory. But shit, if you could talk Canelo, man, you definitely could fight Morrell, man. Hey, I swear, Roja, I was just about to say the same thing. A one-way ticket to the hospital. I promise you. Especially if you can't defend yourself in there, and you ain't good defensively, man. You gonna get yourself hurt. Also, on Tim Tszyu, to be honest, wait till he runs into someone like Boots or Crawford or Spence. You're gonna see, man. He got something. He got something. We just gonna find out how much of that something left. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Don. You know how that go. Cause Morrell already said. Morrell already said he'd knock him out. Morrell already said it, man. Morrell said he'd knock him out. Tszyu is an improving fighter, make no mistake, man. No doubt about it, yo. He is. He's an improving fighter, and his confidence is constantly growing with each win. So he a dude that you kind of want to. Tim Tszyu, the type of fighter you don't want to allow him to build confidence in the fight. You get what I'm saying? I think as he build confidence in the fight, he become more dangerous. You get what I'm saying? So Keith Thurman gonna have to start this fight off very well. He's gonna have to start this fight off and control them early rounds. He can't find himself getting beat up. Because I don't think he'll see the last. I don't think he'll see the end of 12 if he just start off and let Tim Tszyu get off on him. It's not going to be a good idea. I still can't find this shit. What in the hell, bro? He's active. He wanted Canelo. He's at his fight saying he'll knock him out. Yeah, disrespectful. You know he don't care. You know Morrell don't care. And he like that. He really believe in himself, man. My bro that was just saying behind the hands spoke to David Morrell before. He definitely confident that he's definitely confident that he can beat Benavidez at this point in his career too. And I'm still looking. Why am I not? This is not popping up, bro. Joshua and the guy on my ass. I'm gonna have to do it when I get off. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna see if I could come back and call this fight. Maybe call these fights. Morrell is different. That's why every time I ain't nothing playing. All right, I thought I was tripping. I'm like, man, what the hell is going on? All right, bet. Pray for love. You already know, man. You already know. That's why they keep using the fact that he only got 10 fights. So they don't got to fight him. That's where they want to hang their hat. That's because you know he dangerous. With them 10 fights, you still don't want nothing to do with him. I just want to see the fights. I want to see just how good he is, man. Like Paulie said, the best fight there is him and Benavidez. They two young guys. They fresh. I mean, it's a good fight to make, man. Damn good fight to make, especially when, you know, they're the better two guys there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you could say nobody's better than them. Them two right now at 68 and more proven. And Billy is making the case, but I think both of those dudes beat him right now, unless he catch one of them. But I just think Morrell defense is good enough to deal with Christian and Billy. I think he might leave himself open against Benavidez loading up on every shot like that. He load up a lot. That's his his biggest issue for me. He said Benavidez or whatnot neither. Nah, you know, they're gonna stay. They see that 2 + 2 is 5. Miss B in the building. Morrell versus Billy would prove a lot. That's a good one. That's a good fight. It's a good fight to make. But I bet you, I wonder where they're going. Where they going put in Billy next. One of Reynoso fighters. You talking about with Vostok? Talking about David Benavidez fighting? What you saying, Reynoso? What you saying? Is he? I didn't know he was a Reynoso fighter. You know, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm gonna try and fight in Billy. That's a dangerous fight for him. That's a dangerous fight for Berlanga. Yeah. He announced it. Benavidez announced that 175, that move up to 75 to fight Bostic. I didn't know he was a Reynoso fighter, though. That I definitely didn't know. I didn't know it. What my boys say. Want to be funny if what? Which makes everything look a little shaky. I wonder if he actually get the fight. If Canelo versus McGee, man, that should be funny. If Canelo and McGee end up on Amazon Prime still, that's crazy after all this time, bro. After all this time, man. Oh, man, I just wish these dudes wouldn't be such divas when it's time to make fights, bro. Just make the damn fights. Now I see why people be complaining about back in the day, how it ain't like back in the day. You just want to see the fights. And these dudes, every time you turn around, it's like putting a puzzle together to figure out who fighting next and when. It's crazy. We're going to rock out for another 10 minutes, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Tanya Vandross, Williams Jr., Peace Queen. And we're going to try to get to these fights, man. Like I said, I hope I ain't missing too much. So we're gonna find out what's next, man. I want to know what's next for Charlo, man. I want to know what's next for Crawford. Like I said, I know what I heard his plans are. So these dudes got some options, but ain't nobody making no decisions yet. So we gotta sit in the windows, wait for one of these guys to decide who the hell they gonna fight. Yeah, this should because she coming crazy. So TBG has the May 4th date where they have to give it to the zone for McGee if it happens. I wonder because my thing is if Canelo don't pick an opponent or figure out what he gonna do, I mean, he gonna have to get that date up. I mean, you know how he is about them dates. Canelo don't want to move and budge off them dates, man. But he might have to. I'm hungry. Oh, well, dude's there another fight on tonight besides the Serrano fight? Yeah. You got the top rank card. Raymond Ford fight tonight. So you got a top rank card tonight, Miss Joette. For sure. You got a top rank card. And Charlo going to 160. But it spins going both 54 and meet up in the end. Dream scenario. I think that's what need to happen. Mel Charlo to 60, Spence and Bud to 54 to just continue to be great. Like I'm gonna keep saying that Spence and Castano is a good fight. Both coming off knockout losses, layoffs, you know what I mean? Tough performances. I want to see it. I think that's a good one. Decent top rank card tonight for sure. Yeah. I might try to call it. Like I think I might have some time. It's 7:00, man. I'll be here for another to the 2 hour. I might try to come back and Yeah, Raymond Ford, the main event. Ray Ford, man. It's title time for Ray Ford, man. Title time for my guy. I know he about to snatch it. I've been calling him a damn future world champion for like the last 3 years or more. And I know he about to do it. About to do it tonight. A guy he fighting undefeated too. Otabek Kalmatov. I be hating these dudes' names sometimes. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. These names be blowing me. 25. Damn, he 12-0, 11 KOs too. He got that punching power. Raymond Ford got good defense though. He should be all right. You know what I mean? He should be all right. I'm ready to see him snatch this belt up though. I ain't gonna hold you. Hold on, ours. Yeah, I think they should. I think they the main event. Brian Norman is on this card as well. Brian Norman Jr., Rohan Polanco, Floyd Diaz, Troy Isley. Salute to my guy, Troy Isley. Okay. Yeah, this is a solid card, man. I'm going to get to it, though, y'all. I'm going to get to it. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast, bro. I'm in Jersey, Gianni. I'm in Jersey. Just say Uzbek guy. I don't try to pronounce it. I'll be trying to get him, bro. I'll be trying to say the names. Yeah. I'll be trying to get him right, bro. I'll be trying to get him right, man. I'll be trying to get him right. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for you, bro. We're going to be here for another 5 minutes, man. You know what I mean, we're going to get to the 2-hour mark. You know, so chicken for the win. Man, that used to be that classic meal, man. They just don't make it how they used to. Most spots, they don't make it how they used to. She's blessed with the title. Shout out, bro. She is shout out, man. So who y'all got in these fights, man? Who y'all got tonight, man? Y'all got Serrano winning. Y'all got Ray Ford winning, man. What's going on? Who y'all got in these fights, man? While we're here for these last couple minutes, who do y'all got in these fights? Man, Ryan Garcia, bro. I'm telling you, this dude, the lights went out during the fight. Damn, did it? Got Ford losing. Damn, man. Damn, how you going against Ford? Ford got a good fight on his hands, though. Buddy, 12-0. Just now, ESPN 12-0, 11 knockouts. Damn, ESPN, you don't start ESPN. Don't start this. Don't start getting crazy. I'm ready to see some action, man. I'm gonna get to it though, but I think Ford got a good fight on his hands. It could be a tough fight, but I think he prepared, man. I think he well prepared to go in there and stand on some business. Got good reflexes, good speed, man. When he sit down, man, he definitely can get your respect. I ain't gonna say damn, KO artist or nothing like that, but you know what I mean. I don't think he's just gonna walk through him, man. He's a sharpshooter too. Yeah, who was that dude, man? He was talkative as hell. Who was that animated character with time the ESPN card kick off? It's on already. Cut. What's good with a cut creator? How you feeling, bro? It's on already. That's why I'm gonna jump off early. I ain't gonna stay on as long as I got. I'm gonna be here a couple more minutes, man. Salute to family. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, man. We gonna go watch this card, man. If I could, I'll come back and call it. I want to see Ray Ford get this title. Like I said, man, I don't think it's gonna be easy, but it ain't supposed to be. I think he prepared for the opportunity, man. I want to see him go out there and win. You dig? I just got off the lake fishing. Oh yeah, that's what's up. We'll get some fishing on. Okay. Well, I don't think you missed too much. So you good. You strike. You ain't missing none of the main action. There's some good fights on that card. That's why I'm about to get to it and watch it. Yeah, right. I be seeing people. I thought I seen that too, Thomas. Another AJ. It's definitely squeaked. Oh, I bet. First show. And I see what Earl Spence said, man, on Twitter. I seen his little tweet, man. He said he team me. Team man down. Him and Frank Martin. Yeah, these fights gonna be good. Gianni, these gonna be some good fights, man. I just wanted to come here on a quick Saturday, man. Build with y'all for a little bit. And we definitely gonna watch these fights though. Play the video, 9-year-old dad. You stupid. All right, we got about a minute or so left, man. We could wrap it up. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button for your bro, man. And by special request, we're gonna roll the beautiful beam footage.
You don't do what the fuck you want to do.
That was a lot of get out of there's. He's like, get out of there, get out of there. He's like, he can't for a move. I'm trying, for it was in the way, trying to save it. What I learned today was Tank wasn't with Tim T, he was with AB. Facts, P Hunter. It's just a facts about billions. That's 100% what it was. And that's the sparring right there that got him that TMT contract. But again, salute to everybody pulling up on this good Saturday, man. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of the night. Enjoy these fights, man. If I do have a second, I will start up another live and come call these fights, man. I want to see Raymond Ford do his thing, and it should be a solid card. Salute to Brian Norman as well, and Troy Isley. And Drive makes it hard to communicate. Man, it's a salute to everybody in the building. Peace to the family, and we're going to close it with Matias.
The really best 140 is here. No Teófimo, Pussy, no Ryan, who is Ryan? No Haney, Chicken, no Rolling. He's a joker, and the world know it. So, what happened? I'm here. Who going to fight with me? Who?
And much love to the fam. On that one, we out.